Hey guys, it's Sim, and this is Wrestling Unlimited, as it's Friday, and tonight was Friday Night Smackdown. Now, before I even get started, Ring of Honor pay-per-view is going on right now. They're in the main event, Athena versus Willow Nightingale for the Women's Championship. All I've seen from that show is the pre-show, because it was on their YouTube channel before SmackDown. So please, no Ring of Honor spoilers in the chat, because I have not watched that show, and I would assume there's a number of other people that have not watched that show either. So again, please, no Ring of Honor spoilers, because I'm going to watch that show as soon as we finish this review here. So yeah, please don't spoil anything. I mean, I did have one match spoiled, but it was what I assumed was going to happen. It's what I predicted, so it wasn't that big of a spoiler for me. But yeah, so please, no spoilers for the Ring of Honor show. Now, let's talk SmackDown. Tonight's SmackDown, I thought, was a good show, not a great show. Could have been better, of course. But yeah, it was good. We actually got long matches, which I did not expect. Io versus Charlotte went way longer than I thought had, like, not any right to be or go, because it was good. Other than the whole Bailey stuff, because that was just like, why are you taking away from whatever? Anyways. And even like Dom and Butch went longer than I expected. But again, we'll talk about that all in a little bit, because again, this is our review of Friday Night SmackDown. You can watch this a number of different ways, whether it's live, later, or listening. You can watch it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited. Watch live or later on YouTube, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, or listen on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below, or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because again, you have Amazon Prime. Twitch, you take that Twitch account, you take that Amazon Prime account, you link them together, bada bing, bada boom, you're Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff of 4 games, and it always gives you one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, head over to YouTube, hit that join button, and become a channel member. Also, remember to head over to the Epic Game Store. Right now, the Epic Game Store is doing their Epic Games Summer Sale. So many games on sale, all the way up to 75% off. When you're buying one of those games on sale, use this code, PW Unlimited, at checkout. Whether you're getting a new game like Crime Boss Rock A City, claiming the free games Murder by Numbers or the Elder Scrolls Online, or getting into Rocket League, Fortnite, or Fall Guys, use our code PW Unlimited at checkout, and you will be supporting us at no extra cost. Again, that's code PWU NLIMITED at no extra cost. Podcast is also brought to you by Pro Wrestling Loot, but we'll talk about that later. Now, before we even talk about what happened on tonight's SmackDown, we got to talk about what happened before tonight's SmackDown and why things had to get changed. This report does come from Mike Johnson of PW Insider. The word making the rounds of SmackDown is that the reason there were some changes to the scheduled plans tonight is that there were talent pulled for medical reasons. One version of making the rounds is that there were COVID-19 positives or talents who were at least in direct contact with someone who tested positive. We wish everyone the very best. They also stated that Drew McIntyre is there to do a post-show dark match against Ludwig Kaiser. Odyssey Jones was backstage yet again. He's been backstage a lot recently. And also the Cavender twins that we did see on the broadcast were there, accompanied by their agent. So things are moving and shaking for the Cavender twins. I don't know what's going to come of it. Michael Cole said they're training already. I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see. Number of things being announced right now for tomorrow night's AEW Collision. They state that we will hear from Excuse me. They say that we will hear from FTR. We're also going to see Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. That was actually announced during the Ring of Honor pre-show. Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. Also announced during the Ring of Honor pre-show. Action Andretti and Darius Martin against Juice Robinson and Jay White, Bullet Club Gold. Let's see what else gets announced really quickly here for tomorrow night's Collision, because they had only announced one thing coming out of Dynamite for Collision. The aftermath of the Owen with Ricky Starks and CM Punk. That's interesting. I wonder what that's going to be. Because you remember Ricky possibly went heel. But enough of that. Let's talk Friday Night Smackdown. Also, let me check one quick thing really fast. I think so. When Smackdown ended, I watched it on the USA app, or not the USA, the Fox Sports app. As soon as it ended, it started playing Smackdown again, but it said Fox. It said that it was airing on Fox, which is weird. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. So I just wanted to check if maybe the soccer game ended and it started airing on regular Fox West Coast or something like that, but no. Who is winning that soccer game? I'm going to check real fast. Who is winning the soccer game? It's USA versus Vietnam. Oh, USA's killing them 3-0. USA's killing them 3-0. This game's almost over, too, I believe. Where do these games go? 90, I think. 90 minutes. All right, 82. But yeah, 3-0. We got this. We got this. We're going 3 in a row. Women going to win. USA going to win the Women's World Cup 3 years in a row. Anyways, as far as SmackDown does go. On FS1. Show opened up with the video recapping Jey Uso, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa from last week. After the video, footage of Roman Reigns entering the building was shown with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. We then had a Fatal 4-Way match. It was Cameron Grimes, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, and LA Knight. Fun opening match. It went 18 and a half minutes. LA Knight cut a promo on his way down to the ring. Huge babyface. Crowd in Orlando loved him. And then all 4 men brawled to open up the match. Knight stood tall, quickly throwing everybody else out of the ring. The show then cut to a commercial break. When the show returned, Sheamus had the upper hand and was working over Knight. Mysterio and Grimes worked each other on the outside. Sheamus then chopped the hell out of Knight and lifted Knight into the air and hit him with a rolling senton. Excuse me. Sheamus then sent Knight to the apron, and Grimes rolled up Sheamus for a 1. Yes, a 1. Grimes and Knight then wound up on the outside, but as they got to the apron, Sheamus cut them off. Mysterio also cut him off, and Sheamus hit the 10-piece of the Baldwin. Sheamus and Mysterio shook hands, and Rey went for a 619, but Sheamus cut Mysterio off and hit the Irish Curse backbreaker. Sheamus lifted Mysterio, but Grimes came off the top rope and took both men out. Grimes then hit a series of kicks on both Sheamus and Mysterio. Grimes slammed Mysterio and went for a cover, but Sheamus broke it up, basically just grabbing Grimes and just picking him right up off of him. Sheamus then clotheslined Grimes and hit an Irish Curse backbreaker on Grimes. Knight was thrown outside as he fought with Sheamus, who was dropped on the apron. Mysterio went to the top, but Knight cut him off. Also remember, Austin Theory's at ringside here. There's an awkward spot between all 4 guys where they all came off the top and landed on Grimes. The show then went to another break after that. Once the show returned, Mysterio and Grimes were in the ring, and that kind of changed when the two fought to the outside. Mysterio tried to throw Grimes into Austin Theory, who was at ringside, but Theory moved. Sheamus then came off the top and took out Grimes and Mysterio. Back in the ring, Sheamus went to the top and landed a clothesline on Knight. Sheamus then hit the white noise on Knight and got a 2 off of it. Sheamus then played to the crowd and went to kick Knight, but Knight caught him. He slammed him and got a 2 off of it. Sheamus then hit a running knee on Grimes, and Knight followed this up with a slam. But Mysterio broke up a pin attempt. Mysterio then went to the top, but Grimes cut him off. Sheamus then joined in on the fun and lifted Grimes up on his shoulder. Mysterio then came off the top and set Sheamus and Grimes up for a 619. Mysterio covered Grimes, but Theory broke up the pin. And, well, no DQ, which was weird. Santos Escobar would then run out. He brawled with Austin Theory. Theory ran into the crowd. Knight was then left in the ring with Grimes. Mysterio and Grimes then started going at it in the ring. Everyone started hitting their big moves, and Mysterio hit a Hurricane Rana on Grimes and pinned him to pick up the victory. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio pins Cameron Grimes, picks up the victory, which means next week on SmackDown, it's going to be Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar, with the winner getting a shot at the United States Championship. But Rey and Santos going to go at it next week, which is very, very interesting. Austin Theory is shown walking around in the back, and he runs into Adam Pearce. He goes, "Oh, great. I want to fight Santos Escobar tonight." Pearce is like, "Sure. You versus Santos Escobar with the United States Championship on the line." He goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not what I said. I didn't say I put the title on the line because he hasn't earned it yet. Like this doesn't have to have the title on the line because he disrespected me. I just want to fight him." And Pearce is like, "Oh, okay. I can make that happen." And then you got Wade Barrett on commentary. "The title doesn't need to be on the line. You got to earn the title." And Michael Cole goes, "Oh, just like when you were the Intercontinental Champion and did everything you could to not defend your belt, just like Austin Theory's doing now." We then got a video recapping the Cody Brock stuff from this past Monday's Raw before we had Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky. The match went 14 minutes. Now, originally, this match was set to be, and it wasn't ever announced, but Mike Johnson of PW Insider did report that this match originally was supposed to be Zelina Vega versus Io Sky. So, interestingly, wasn't as good as I expected. Good, but I expected better. I thought this match was a little clunky, if I'm going to be completely honest. I thought this match was a little clunky. The two locked up to begin the match. The two did their own version of cartwheels and flips. Sky fired up, but Charlotte cut her off and came off the top of the crossbody. Charlotte then lifted Sky, but Sky worked out of it and landed a drop kick to Charlotte's leg. Sky then hit a shotgun drop kick for a 2. The action spilled to the outside as the show went to another commercial break. Back from the break, Charlotte was jaw-jacking Bayley, who was on commentary. Back in the ring, Charlotte went for a knee, but Sky moved and landed a double knee on it and got a 2 off of it. Charlotte then hit a follow-away slam and fired up. Charlotte landed a clothesline and got another 2. The 2 then went to the top, and Bayley kind of jumped off commentary and started yelling at Charlotte, causing distractions before a video played of Shotzi cutting her hair. It scared Bayley, and Bayley ran away. As Bayley was running off, Io did hit a power bomb off the top. She then yelled at Bayley, "I need your help. I need your help. Where are you going?" And Bayley just yells, "I gotta leave. I gotta leave." So Bayley just leaves. Meanwhile, Sky went to the top, but Charlotte pulled Sky off. Sky tried to go for a moonsault, but she missed. Charlotte then went to the top, tried to go for a moonsault, and Sky got her feet up, hit Charlotte right in the face. The two then traded roll-up attempts, no avail. Sky went back to the top and missed a missile drop kick. Charlotte, as a result, worked a Boston Crab, well, more of like a Walls of Jericho. Sky then countered into a roll-up and got a 2 off of it. Sky pounded on Charlotte, but then Charlotte landed a spear and got a good near fall. Charlotte went for a German suplex, but Sky rolled through and hit a double stomp on Charlotte. The two made their way to the top. After trading some roll-up attempts again, Charlotte did hit the natural selection and picked up the pinfall victory. Charlotte then celebrates and immediately is attacked by Asuka. Asuka runs in and hits with a German suplex and then poses with the WWE Women's Championship. No Bianca, which is very interesting. No Bianca Belair. But it was announced earlier in the day that Asuka will defend the title at SummerSlam against both Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. Dominic Mysterio is interviewed backstage. As he's doing so, up walks Butch. Butch says, "We're in the home of NXT. And how about you defend your title against me?" Dom's like, "Yeah, I don't know about that." Shawn Michaels then walks up and goes, "I like that idea. Where's Adam Pearce's office? I'll make that happen right now." So I guess Shawn has no pull on the main roster. He's got to go through Adam Pearce, who we know is got to call his subordinate to make anything official. So Bayley and Sky are shown in the locker room. Bayley's suitcase has got a picture of her with scissors stabbed through it. And she's just like, "Io, we got to leave. Io, we got to go." And Io's like, "I need my stuff." She goes, screw it. She grabs a couple things, throws it in a bag, and she's like, "Let's go," and grabs Io, and they run off. Bayley is scared of Shotzi. Then we had Santos Escobar versus Austin Theory. The match itself went 10.5 minutes. I thought this match was pretty good. I liked this match. Probably the best match of the show. So Escobar had the early control and landed a good drop kick. Theory fought back and hit a suplex for a 1. Theory landed a DDT and got a 2 this time. Escobar fired up and hit a series of strikes on Theory. Escobar clotheslined Theory over the top rope. Theory called for a timeout on the outside as the show went to a commercial break. Like, perfect timing. That was actually a really good spot. I like that because it just plays up the heel thing. And yeah, timeout. And then they go to commercial break. I thought that was funny. When the show returned, Theory hit a backbreaker and got a 2. Theory went to the apron and then went for a suplex. Escobar countered with an enziguri. Escobar hit a tope suicida on Theory, who fell onto the commentary table. Back in the ring, Escobar hit a series of elbows. Escobar then went to the top and landed a crossbody for a 2. Escobar lifted Theory, but Theory got out of it by hitting Escobar's knee. Theory landed a modified brainbuster on Escobar, who got a 2. Theory then went for the A-Town down, but Escobar fought out of it with a boot to the face. Theory then went to the top, but Escobar responded by hitting a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Escobar then landed the Phantom Driver and pinned Austin Theory to pick up the victory. So, makes me think Rey is winning next week. This really makes me think Rey Mysterio is going to win next week and then go challenge Austin Theory for the title. I could be wrong, but why did Escobar gets the victory here? You think he's strong going into the match next week and then Rey beats him? Just my theory. Bobby Lashley's shown in the back. Remember last week, he showed up, put Street Profits in a limo, and then they left. Well, tonight, they literally show him. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams walk up. He says something about liking Carmelo's jacket, and then they cut to the ring. Dominic comes out. It was like, what are they doing with Bobby? Is he going to recruit all these different guys? We know the rumor and report is that Bobby is getting a new group. It's not the Hurt Business. It's a new group. It was a new group that's supposed to be with the Street Profits. But if they had Carmelo and Trick as well, it's going to be a big-ass group. That's 5 people. But we did have Dominic Mysterio versus Butch. The match went 7 minutes and 50 seconds, just shy of 8 minutes. North American title on the line. The two locked up early, and Butch did the finger spot. Butch then stomped on Dominic's shoulder and took Dominic to the ground again before sinking in an armbar. Dominic made it to the ropes and got a break off of it, and Rhea Ripley gave Dom a chain. Before Dom could use the chain, as Rhea is distracting the referee, Rich Holland would run down and yank the chain from Dominic as the show went to a commercial break. When the show returned, Dominic had the advantage with a chin lock. Pretty Deadly then made their way out to the ring as Kit Wilson was pushing Elton Prince in a wheelchair. Dominic toyed with Butch for a little while, which made Butch mad, and Butch hit a series of kicks to Dominic's head. Butch landed a right hand and a running kick. Dominic set it for a 619, but Butch countered it. Kit Wilson then hit Ridge Holland on the outside, and Butch went to the outside to even the odds. Wilson then ran away, leaving Prince all by himself. Prince then jumped out of the wheelchair and ran off as I think it was Michael Cole, and one of them yelled, "He's healed." And I'm like, no, he's not healed. He's just his legs aren't hurt. He can still walk and run. Also, interestingly, right before this match started, we talked about how the Brawling Brutes are very physical. So last week, we learned about the injury to Elton Prince. And Ridge Holland comes out and goes, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't from the throw or whatever where he landed on this and that. It was from the pounce, and he landed awkwardly. And then he's like, and it wasn't my fault. The injury was not my fault. Well, tonight, Michael Cole basically says Ridge Holland injured Elton Prince. Like, Michael Cole all but said Ridge Holland injured Elton Prince. Like, damn. They run off. I think Holland runs after them, and there we go. With Butch up on the apron, Rhea chop blocked him. Dominic then runs him into the post and pulls him into the ring, tries to go for the pin. Referee Jessica Carr is yelling at Dominic, "You're under the ropes. Move, you're under the ropes." Dominic then pushes Butch, rolls him over, and pins him 1, 2, 3. Come on, Dom. You got all that shit for not being that good in the match on Tuesday, and then you can't even do a simple finish. Like, at least the ref's not being dumb here and doing her job. Being like, hey, I'm going to call this like it's real. If you're under the ropes, I know I'm supposed to be counting right now, but I'm going to not count until you do your job. This is just there. All right, whatever. We got some things announced for next week. Michael Cole did announce that Carl Anderson will be going one-on-one with Karrion Kross. And Rey Mysterio will take on Santos Escobar, with the winner getting a shot at the WWE United States Championship. Now, they didn't say when that title match is going to take place, whether that's on an episode of SmackDown or that takes place at SummerSlam. I would assume if they're building it up now, SmackDown. So then we had the main event segment. The rules of engagement. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. Roman Reigns comes out. Well, Jey Uso comes out first. Roman Reigns then comes out and asks Orlando to acknowledge him. The crowd more cheered than booed. Roman sat in a chair and smiled. Jey sat in the other chair. Of course, Roman had to sit at the head of the table. Jey wouldn't really look at Roman, though, at first. Roman asked Jey if he still wanted to do it. Jey said, of course I still want to do it. Jey said Roman is making him do this. Jey said that he has to get Roman because Jimmy is in a hospital. So Jimmy's still in a freaking hospital? Still? 3 weeks later? 2 weeks later? Whatever it is? Roman said Jey doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. Roman called Jey a soldier, a pawn in his game. Roman signs the contract, and Jey rips it up saying, we ain't need no damn contract. Jey said they already have a contract. It's called blood. Jey said it's tribal combat now. Roman asked Jey if the elders knew about it, and Jey said it was their idea. Jey said that he wants to use a bunch of weapons on Roman. Roman told Jey, shut your mouth. Roman said he runs this business he's run this business for almost a decade and set his title on the table. Roman said, let's go. Jey reiterated, it's tribal combat. Roman stood up. Roman and Jey then put their heads together and shook hands. Roman went to leave, and Solo went for the spike on Jey, but Roman stopped him. Jey then super kicked Solo. Roman started at Jey, or stared at Jey, and then left the ring. Jey and Roman stared at each other from afar. Michael Cole announced that Jey Uso and Roman Reigns will face off for the Undisputed Championship at SummerSlam, but didn't still say what the stip is. Is there a stip? Jey said, I want to use weapons on you, so is it no DQ? Is it a street fight? What is it? What's the GD stip? I don't know. They still didn't fully say. With that, an episode of SmackDown that felt quick, reviews quick. That was everything that took place on tonight's SmackDown. And again, I forgot the Twitch poll. We got the other polls though. But give me 1 second to see if there's any other news coming out of SmackDown pertaining to all the changes or some of the changes. See if let's see. Yeah, they still haven't told us what tribal combat means. That'd be some sort of like a street fight then, I assume. But yeah, no other news other than the PW Insider article. So, with that, that was Friday Night SmackDown. You know what I thought? I thought it was a good show, not a great show. Could have been better. But now, I don't know what you guys thought. So let's go refresh and check the polls. We've got the Twitter poll. 62% liked the show, 18% thought it was just all right, and 18% did not like it. Looking at the YouTube community poll never went. Well, what the hell? I did it. It just never actually posted. We got the YouTube live poll. The YouTube live poll, 75% liked the show, 16% thought it was just all right, and 10% did not like it. With that, guys, that's going to wrap everything up here. I'm going to go watch Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. We'll see how that show actually goes. Tomorrow night is AEW Collision. I might be doing the review live. I'll let you guys know as the day goes by because I do have some stuff I have to do. I do have a photo shoot in the morning. Got to go shoot a bar mitzvah. That should be fun. So with that, guys, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.